Hello and welcome to Wesley College's Scholarship Information Evening. My name is Nick Evans and I am the Principal of Wesley College. Unfortunately, we are unable to conduct this face-to-face. I would have loved to have met you all in person, but needs must in a time of pandemic. We have, however, put together this information evening in which you'll hear just a little bit about Wesley College's approach to teaching and learning and the wonderful opportunities that students have to develop the whole person. We aim to develop every aspect of your children: physical, emotional, social and spiritual. Wesley is a very big school, but we divide the college up into schools on each campus. Thus, the benefits of a large school in terms of the richness of learning experiences is combined with the intimacy and personal relationships of a much smaller institution. I'm passionate about our scholarship program and the opportunities it offers. I am, in an indirect way, a beneficiary of it. My father won a scholarship to Wesley in the 1950s, and our family association with the college began as a result. I am, therefore, talking to you as a result of a Wesley scholarship. Who knows where a scholarship to Wesley could take your girl or boy? From academic scholarships to general excellence, we look forward to welcoming young women and men to Wesley who will make an outstanding contribution to the college, to their own lives and to the lives of students who are here now. Of course, not everyone will be successful in obtaining a scholarship, but no one gains one without taking the first step, and I congratulate and thank you for your willingness to apply. We are humbled by it. All the very best of luck to all applicants.
Good evening and welcome everyone. My name's Richard Brenker. I'm the Deputy Principal of Wesley College and the head of the Glen Waverley campus. And following on from our principal's introduction, Mr. Nick Evans, it's a real delight to join you this evening. Normally we do this live, but of course we're doing it through video and through this webinar. So again, welcome to everyone. I'd like to introduce Carly. We'll both be speaking tonight. And Carly, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you very much for joining us this evening. As Richard said, we would love to be able to be meeting with you tonight, but we hope that you do get to take something away from what we're sharing with you tonight about our scholarship process. I am the Senior Admissions Manager at the Glen Waverley campus, and I also manage the college scholarship process. My team and I look very much forward to helping you throughout this process. Our details will be available at the end of the presentation tonight, and hopefully we will get to speak with you soon. Thank you.
So we're being joined by about 500 people on through the video and through the webinar, so it's great to see that many people showing interest in our college. As I said, in my role, along with Carly, we work very closely together, as does the heads of campus of the other campuses of Wesley, in the whole scholarship process. And obviously with our scholarship process, it's important to know something about the nature of the school. So we've got a few slides to show you, just to give you an overview of Wesley College, and then we'll talk in a bit more depth, or Carly will, about the whole scholarship process, and then we've got a chance for a few questions at the end. So we'll now head to some slides to give you a bit of an overview. So again, welcome to our evening, and I hope this is of value to you. Obviously, with the people I just talked about, all 500 of you plus, you'll be interested in one or more of the campuses, and you have the opportunity in the scholarship application to express your preferences for campuses. But we have 3 metropolitan campuses as Wesley College, and the traditional site at Wesley started in 1866 is St Kilda Road, and as you can see there's close to 1,600 students there from the Early Childhood Learning Centre through to Year 12. Glen Waverley campus, where Carly and I are presently located, there's 1,350 students from ECLC to Year 12, so they're the 2 big campuses, with the Elsternwick campus being the 3rd campus, and again you can see there 400 students from ECLC to Year 9. And because of the geography, the vast majority of the students from Elsternwick do tend to go to St Kilda Road, but they have a choice at the end of Year 9 which campus they would prefer to go to, either Glen Waverley or St Kilda Road, and over the years students have done both, one or the other. In terms of Wesley philosophy, and this is not the time to go into great depth, but I think it's important, given the fact you've shown interest in the school already, to understand that our education, and Nick talked about developing the whole person, and we see that through developing the philosophy of Wesley's education through the 4 timeless principles of a true education. learning to know, learning to do, learning to live with, and learning to be. Carly and I have, in fact, just come from a Christmas dinner at Learning in Residence here at Glen Waverley campus and talk about learning to live with. This is literally where the students live together. But of course, most students are day students. So these timeless principles are really explored through the day-to-day curriculum, the obvious experiences that you can get at Wesley through the myriad of programs that we can talk about when you come on site. Obviously learning to live with in a variety of ways, but ultimately it's all about learning to be as the individual student. Nick mentioned the fact that we're very large, but we are large and small at the same time. And one college, 3 main campuses. Within each campus, we have schools. And so your child will be known and well known, regardless of which campus they're on. Of course, we talk about programs, and often people ask what sort of things are on offer here. And you won't be surprised to know, because we have a long, proud history in sport, that we offer many, many sports. Sport is compulsory from year 7 onwards, but it's really about going back to those timeless principles. It's about learning to know, learning to do, learning to live with, and learning to be through the sporting program. We're very proud of our history, as I said, and we have many, many premierships, but it's not about silver cups. It's about what the students can gain in that program. As you can see, we've got 19 sports on offer, and that's a fantastic choice, broken up into summer, winter and spring seasons. And students have the opportunity to do sport literally all year round. And a number of our students do a sport in each of those seasons, as well as many other things, including the performing arts. And this year, as a lot of schools have done, they've been very creative in the way that we've created opportunities for our students in the performing arts. On Saturday evening, I went to the Village Cinema here in Glen Waverley, where we had our middle school production that had been filmed and then produced up on the big screen to watch with the rest of the audience of students and parents. So fabulous opportunities in spite of the COVID pandemic. But in a normal year, and I'll use that expression hopefully for the future, we have multiple productions and students from every year level get involved in a whole variety of opportunities, both in the curriculum, but also in the co-curricular activity. And this shot is taken from one of our campus musicals, which was The Sound of Music. Speaking of music, as you can see again on the screen, we have many, many options. 16 choirs, 23 bands, 10 orchestras, chamber ensembles, and instruments of all type can be studied as individual lessons as well. Students can take part in, they all take part in the curriculum, which is part of what we do with music, but also as the co-curricular, there's the opportunity to be involved in lots and lots of different opportunities, including some audition bands. And so it can be something that students can really delve into at a variety of levels. And there are many students who do very well academically, as well as get involved in sport, as well as do multiple music ensembles as well. And our very creative shape of the day allows students to have the opportunity to do many things. Experiential learning is something that Wesley's well known for, and we're very lucky to have 3 permanent camps in different parts of Victoria. Chum Creek is a former forestry camp, which is now a wonderful camp about an hour from Melbourne, where our students, mainly in Year 7, but other year levels as well, have an opportunity to spend time with their homeroom teacher and specialist outdoor staff in a really bespoke curriculum. The experiences also then moves to Lock End, which is at the opposite end of the state, and there's a great opportunity for our students to get involved. And that photo, in fact, is taken at Lock End as the students go out on expedition. But they learn to surf, they do caving, a wonderful range of activities. And some lifelong friendships are perhaps started on this rather than in the classroom. And Milana is our last site, which is down on the Gippsland Lakes, where students get the opportunity to sail and kayak through a beautiful part of the world. Part of all that is an environmental understanding. It's about connecting with Indigenous communities there as well, and there's some really rich experiences for all our students. Cloons is an opportunity. It's a optional opportunity, but good luck, parents, because about 99.9% of our students go to Cloons. And in fact, it's a wonderful environment. Now, Cloons is a residential setting where our students have an 8-week program which runs for each of the 4 terms of the school year. And this is a purpose-built residential village, 1 block back from the main street of Cloons, which is a very historic gold mining town just north of Ballarat. It's a fabulous experience. Both my own children went there and had a wonderful time. And again, some lifelong friendships can be made in all these opportunities. So as you can see, the Wesley opportunities are very broad and very varied. Coming a bit closer to home for us, this is the Glen Waverley campus, and one of the reasons why we'll just focus on a few more shots about the Glen Waverley campus is that there are opportunities here with expanded capacity, which we've built with a brand new purpose-built building, the Drennan Centre, named after a former principal, which also provides some extra classrooms for our middle school. So there's extra capacity at Glen Waverley and thus more opportunity perhaps for scholarships, okay? This is our new Year 5-6 playground, which was purpose-built. We had input from the kids and also, sheer coincidence, the company that designed and built this, in fact, is an OW as well. So I had a really good understanding of the nature of Wesley College. The Drennan Centre is what we're looking at here. This is the new main hub of the campus here. And what you're looking at, that soaring window behind the students, is the window of the chapel. And then we've got a collaborative learning hub or a brand new lecture theatre behind that, a variety of different classrooms, as well as the admin block, as well as a campus library, which has to be seen to be believed. It's quite spectacular. So this was only opened in 2019, hence I mentioned that extra capacity. And so it's something we're blessed at here at Glen Waverley, because we have, in fact, 18 hectares for our junior, middle and senior school and learning in residence as well. This shot just shows you the learning in residence, a part thereof. And so these are dedicated residents where the students live in houses that are designed very much as a family home, 16 students in each home. And that is something that is absolutely state-of-the-art boarding facilities. We're one of the few boarding institutions that has in fact increased its enrolments in the current climate, and that's because we have students who have come on site, seen our facilities, seen the program, seen the facilities in which they live, and the nature of the program. Incredibly nurturing program, wonderful staff, wonderful program, wonderful facilities, and there's a lot of different opportunities there in terms of boarding scholarships as well. So that's just a bit of a snapshot of some of the Glen Waverley in the context of all three campuses. And of course, we realise that there are people interested in both St Kilda Road, Glen Waverley and Elsternwick as well. So this is very generic, but it's worth pointing out some of the unique opportunities at the Glen Waverley campus. I'll now hand over to Carly, who can go through some of the logistics of our scholarship program.
Thank you very much, Richard. So tonight we will be focusing on the 2022 college scholarships that are available for students to apply for. I'll start off first with the academic scholarships. They are now open. They are open to new and current students of Wesley College to apply for, and for students who are entering into years 5, 7 and 10 in 2022. The testing date is scheduled for Saturday the 6th of February. Applications close on Friday the 29th of January. General Excellence scholarships are open to new and current students entering into any one of our three campuses between the years 5 and year 11. Applications are currently open and close on Friday the 12th of March. Students looking to apply for a General Excellence scholarship might be students who are doing very well academically, but also might be excelling in sport, in performing arts, in music. That scholarship generally does cover students who are excelling in a number of different areas. And of course, the criteria is outlined on the college website. Focusing on Glen Waverley scholarships now, as Richard mentioned, we do have extra capacity at the Glen Waverley campus and encourage any new students who are entering into years 5, 6 and 7 in 2022 to apply for the Middle School Expansion Scholarship. In terms of criteria, it is similar to the General Excellence, but it is only open to new students entering into those year levels in 2022. And those applications close on Friday the 12th of March. We also are pleased to be offering a number of learning in residence boarding scholarships available to students entering into year 9, 10 and 11 who are both local and from rural and regional parts of Victoria as well as Australia. A lot of our students, as Richard mentioned, we have a lot of new students joining us next year, which we're thrilled about, the majority of which are coming from lots of different parts of rural and regional parts of Victoria. A lot of our new students know some of the students that are already in learning and residence. And the fact that we are building our student enrolments by word of mouth is something that we're really proud of. Those scholarships are open until the 8th of October next year. Now, we do have some scholarships available just to students entering at the Elstonwick campus. These are primarily for students entering into the junior school. We have a Elstonwick language scholarship open to new families entering from prep through to year 6. And the scholarship is available for different year levels throughout the junior school. There's also a music scholarship available. The criteria for each of those is outlined on the college website. And we currently have applications for 2021 and 2022 now available. So the all-important question that you'll probably be wanting answered tonight is, what are we looking for? Well, this is a competitive process. Scholarships are awarded to students who are able to demonstrate, first and foremost, a strong academic background, achievement level, and strong academic potential. That is the number one thing that we are looking for. Alongside that, we're looking for students who are accomplished in their areas of interest and talents, like I touched on before, whether they're competing at a state or national level with their sport, who have many years' experience in performing arts or music, who are displaying a love of language. These are the types of students we're looking for. Of course, we're wanting to find students who will contribute to the community at Wesley College. So students who are going to be our future leaders, who aspire to achieve excellence and achieve their personal best and demonstrate to their peers what it means to be an inspiring leader. We're wanting to find students who will contribute to the Wesley community. They may have already been doing that within their local community. We're looking for students who are committed to leading by example, showing empathy, compassion, and respect to their peers. In terms of scholarship selection, candidates can apply for one of the following scholarships, so either a General Excellence Scholarship or Glen Waverley Expansion Scholarship. The reason being is that both of the criteria for these scholarships are the same. In addition to that, candidates may also apply for the Academic Scholarship, but for one campus only. So you may apply for a scholarship at the St Kilda Road campus for General Excellence and an Academic Scholarship for St Kilda Road as well. Every scholarship application is carefully reviewed by the relevant head of campus for the campus that you apply for. Richard and I have been working very closely together for the last 4 years on this process, and I can assure you every single application is very carefully reviewed and sometimes reviewed more than once. A lot of care and consideration does go into every single application that is submitted. And one thing I do need to point out is, given the competitive nature of this process, unfortunately, we do not accept late applications. So in terms of the process, first things first, head to the Wesley College website. There's a huge amount of information available there about each of our scholarship categories and the criteria and selection process. It's very easy to apply. All the applications are submitted online. All we need is a copy of your child's most recent school report and NAPLAN if it's available. If you don't have a NAPLAN available due to COVID, submit 2 school reports. That's no problem. We will take that into consideration. Shortlisted candidates will be invited in for an interview. Successful candidates are then offered a scholarship post a successful interview, and all candidates will receive the outcome of their application in writing by June. So from here, I want to wish you all the very best of luck. I'm sure you may have some questions following on from tonight's information session. The admissions team and scholarship team are available via phone and email to answer any questions that you might have. And we do encourage you to have a good read through the website. There's so much information available on there about the process, but please don't hesitate to call us if you have any questions about your child's application. First question that's come through, does Wesley offer a set amount of scholarships each year? There's a handful of scholarships that are offered at each campus for each category. There's no set amount that's offered each year. It is at the discretion of the principal ultimately, but also is determined by the needs of each campus, and also gender balance is obviously taken into consideration given we're a co-educational school. What I can let you know is that the top applicants are very much considered, and there's no set amount that's offered each year. So thank you.
No, we don't have sports scholarships. Obviously, we have some extremely talented students in terms of their ability in sport. But again, there's no such thing as a specific sports scholarship. There is a general excellence scholarship, and a number of students will show great ability in a whole range of areas. So the question about do we have sports scholarships? No, but certainly students who apply under the banner of general excellence often are very, very good. In other words, they, as Carly said, would be representing themselves at either a state or national level in a lot of cases. But again, general excellence doesn't mean you need to be excellent at everything. And so what we're really looking for is, as we said before, is students who will both gain a great deal from a Wesley education, but also contribute a great deal. So we're looking for role models, people who will thrive in an academic setting as well as on the sporting field or in music or the student theatre or whatever other area. So no specific sports scholarships, but certainly that's something that would fall within the bracket of general excellence scholarships. Carly.
In terms of what percentage is typically offered at Wesley College, typically scholarships are awarded at a 50% reduction of tuition fees only. However, students entering into learning in residence may receive a reduction of fees in both tuition and their boarding fees. Some students may be offered a higher percentage, but again, that is at the discretion of the principal. In terms of the academic exam, there is a lot of information available on EduTest, who we partner with to facilitate the academic testing. The test does run from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. Students do get a short break in between the sections of the exam, but you can expect there to be numeracy, literacy, comprehension. There's a variety of different academic, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a variety of different questions that the students and tasks that they need to complete as part of the exam. But please visit the EduTest website for more information. Yes, in terms of practice tests, again, EduTest do have some of these available. It won't be exactly the types of questions that are asked on the exam, but they are similar and will give your child an idea of what to expect. But head to the EduTest website and they will be able to help you with practice tests.
The question is about Wesley providing feedback to unsuccessful applicants. Given the sheer volume of applications we have, no, we don't do that. Obviously, as you'll see, by June, everyone is told the outcome. But in terms of feedback to unsuccessful applicants, no. So the reality is that it is a competition, as Carly said. We do have students who are brought in for interviews, and of those interviews, we then offer a percentage of those interviews will go forward to a scholarship. But again, we would encourage everyone to apply if that's what you'd like to do. But please don't expect feedback on every single application.
If you have any further questions, please contact the Wesley College Scholarships team. You can send us an email at scholarships@wesleycollege.edu.au or give us a call on 8102 6508. We thank you for joining us this evening, and we hope that you have found some useful information from our presentation, and we look forward to receiving your child's application. Thank you.
Thank you very much and good evening.